Hello, friends. It's Julie. Yeah, it's been a while, and one of the things that I've been doing this winter, fall, winter, is in my hibernation period, is to clean out this office, this classroom, craft room, office, inventory place. It is not a very big room, and it does a lot. I ask a lot of things of it, and when it's not working right, it gets clogged up really easy. I'm I just have been over and over cleaning, cleaning, cleaning. And I just had this moment like, why do I keep having to declutter, remove things? And why does it keep having stuff? One thing happened is I totally emptied out the closet. And so then, of course, I had all this stuff here. But I think what it's basically, I shouldn't be buying anything. And the thing that I keep buying is inventory for my antique vintage booth. I actually have three of them, one main one and then two smalls. And so the big thing for me is I need to, this year, I'm committing to a very low buy year in my vendor booth stuff. If you notice my little halo around here, those are postcards. Yeah, I did a little postcard installation of my favorite ones because that's another thing. If I'm going to keep things, it does no good to me to have them sitting in a box if I can't see them. I'm also kind of considering how I can display my Hold to Light postcards because I really like those as well. But anyways, so I've been decluttering, and just finally getting rid of crap. It's not all crap, but there's a lot of stuff that people would consider crap, but I like. And so the big issue has been my vendor booth inventory because it's not a big room. I do have boxes and boxes of stuff in the basement too. And some of that I thrifted and got at estate sales and whatever in about 2021, 2022, when we were able to shop again. And there were so many thrifts, so many estate sales and auctions and stuff. Everybody was selling their stuff because they finally could, and I stocked up on it. So I think I need to just go through all that stuff and then assess how I'm going to go forward from there. Am I going to keep doing all the vendor booth stuff because it keeps, or how much and stuff? And my postcard inventory, for the most part, is controlled, and I'll show you that again either here or another video. But I am going to turn 50 this year. And that's half a century. That's pretty big. And I just think, I don't want to have this stuff. I mean, who knows how much longer I'm going to be here on this earth, too. And I don't want to have someone else clean up after me of stuff that I just never got to. And I'm kind of doing like a Swedish death cleaning of my inventory, of my life. Just realistically thinking, what am I going to do? Now, one of the things that has happened where this has been percolating for a while, and you've seen me try to do decluttering and cleaning for a while. One of the things that has helped me is that I have gone to more valuable postcards, and I'm not doing so much of the common ones. The common ones I've been putting in my antique booth, and I'm actually thinking about just boxing all those up and selling them online. And because they're not really selling that fast. I'll keep some, but not like a whole section because the amount of floor space it takes up isn't worth what they're selling for. So I might just keep like the locals and some of the really nice. I mean the ones that I know people are gonna want to buy. So it just kept going over and over. And one time my husband said, your office, you can clear out a space, but it's just gonna be messy again next week. And he's right. It's because I just have too much stuff. And so I'm going to be really cracking down on myself. I have a little book that I've been going through. I should say it's a little junk journal. And this is junk journal. I have actually been making junk journals because I love recycling things. Just kind of documenting how I am going through the Swedish death cleaning, simplifying life, getting really realistic about what I want the next half of my life to be. I don't know if it's going to be a whole 50. I doubt I'll be here another 50 years. But one of the things I did in here was I thought about what I don't want. I thought about what I do want and what do I want this room to look like and to function as. And there's going to be a couple phases because right with all the inventory that I have here and for my booth and downstairs, I need to have a way to work through that. And once I'm worked through that and I have that under control, then I can assess again and figure out where if I can rearrange again. I just need that space because I may not need that space again to do all that sorting. Hopefully I don't. So I did this little diagram and it's very simple and it's just come in handy. So I have basically, my desk behind me, so it's actually oriented correctly to what you're seeing. And I actually have used this quite a bit because I was in the process of decluttering my shelves, the ones that are, where are they? The ones over here on this part. And I was like, now what am I going to put on these shelves? I'm like, oh yeah, I already had an idea. I go back to this notebook and say, okay, this is what I had planned. This is what I had wanted in the plan to be there. And I have switched it up a little. It's not like I have to be strict about it because it's my plan. I can change it if I want to. But for the most part, it makes me go back, oh yeah, that's what I was going to do. Now there are one of the really important things that I needed in here that I hadn't done before, which makes everything so cluttered up, is that I needed to create spaces that I called grace spaces. And those are places where I just get really busy and I just need to put stuff down. Or I come home with a bag of stuff, I just need to put it somewhere. So I'm kind of creating those spaces in here of where I can just stick stuff. And to be realistic, because there was a spot where I had tons of like plastic bags and mailers and stuff like that all in one of my shelves. And I just decided, I'm just going to grab a bin and put it all in there. And it cleaned up the shelf so much. So it just kind of seeing what I have and dealing with it then and then changing things around. So that's there's been a lot of what I've been doing and what I've wanted to do. And if I want to declutter and I have this desire to get rid of stuff, then I'm going to go with it because that doesn't come along all the time. And that's my latest thing. And I'm also boxing up stuff. I have a couple different levels of boxes. One box is just ephemera that I think that I would want to list on eBay that I think is worth more than 10, probably more than 20. And I'm putting them all in a box lot to sell. I don't know if one of you guys are interested, and I know somebody else had mentioned earlier. I just have not gotten back to them because I just don't have a full box yet. And then I have a box of nice ephemera that I think is nice. It's not really probably worth more than $5 each. And I'm just going to sell as an ephemera lot probably on Poshmark. And I do it on Poshmark because the shipping is so much cheaper for the buyer that it makes more sense for them. And I have sold some things like that because I think it's only like $7 or $8. And if it's a medium flat rate box or a large one and it's that much money, you really save money on that. And then the last one is just boxes of stuff that I wouldn't sell, but I think it's still usable. And I'm just putting those together in flat rate boxes, and I'm going to offer them up on the Junk Journal swap group. There's a Buy Nothing group that I'm a part of. And I'm just going to say, just pay shipping, and, I'll stick a label on it, it's yours. So that's really helped me to be able to sort those into those things because it's going with how I naturally think and how I want things to go. Because I don't really want a really nice thing to be made into a junk journal. Although I know junk journals probably do that. And there's another whole rabbit trail there that I'm not going to get into right now. But so that's the way I've been kind of sorting out. And I'm at the point now where I have pretty much gone through the main parts of this office. There are places I'm going to have to review again, of course. But now I think I need to bring in a table so I can just keep it, have a sorting table. And that is probably the next step. I think I've got it pretty well situated and I can access stuff. It's not the prettiest setup. I'm not going to be, what is that, Instagram perfect. It's functional. I'm going to give you a little tour about what it looks like at the moment. This is the shelf behind the door. And this is what it's really not pretty. With my scanner, I put it down there because I really only use that like whenever. Postcards that I swap are down there. Some of my meds. This is my outgoing stuff. So there's like things that I find that as I'm going through things that I know I need to bring someplace. So that's that. My scanner, my flatbread, I'm not going to show you my desk because I got some things with names on it. So overflowing garbage, which is a good thing. And this is some shelving that has some of my, well, actually all of this is junk journaling. And then my paperwork here on the top of my expenses and stuff. Now you won't be able to see the whole shelf here because I've got boxes in front of it. But as you can see, this was my, shoe house box from BCW that I have used for my postcard inventory. It does not have postcards in it right now. Right now it's sorting out some stuff that I just need a place home for. That's another important thing, is that things have homes. And then this is for my booth. And then I have the next shelf has junk journal stuff on it and the bags that I was talking about. And then on the bottom are basically supplies down there of my shipping stuff and my sleeves and such that I need for stuff. So here's my shelf. Oh, let me move my lamp. I used it so I wouldn't be in the dark. So here's the shelves. You've seen these many times. And I have on the top my personal things, like some of my genealogy. That's one thing I want to finish, and some books. My postcard inventory. So I only had two rows of shelves before, but I opened it up to 3 now. So there's 3 shelves of postcard inventory now. And that's why I'm not using the shoebox housing. And then on the bottom, I have these sleeves, a whole bunch of these sleeves here, different sizes that I use for not only packaging, but also for the booth. Over here is yet to be determined. It's just some old notebooks, some crafty supplies, and I'm going to probably redo that one. Here's my cart that used to, when I first started postcard selling, this held my entire postcard inventory, and now it's my sorting place. So these boxes on the top, these 2 here and those 2 down there are sorted postcards that are going to need to be scanned. This one up here is I just get new postcards and I just drop them in there until I sort them. That box there is for the booth, and down there on the bottom is for the booth, and then I have a bunch of dividers. I just want to show you quick a couple postcards I got from the thrift store, because there's some really interesting ones here. I know I had a couple Montana ones here, but they had a bunch of real photo postcards. I know this is, and they were only $1 each. There's Hobo Day. There's a couple of those. Look at this interesting horse thing. So it's just, yeah, some work crew. A lot of these aren't named. Ship here. This one is kind of funny because he's covering up the name of his team. And there's nothing on it, so I don't even know what team. Another Hobo Day. There's a couple more Hobo Days. I don't even know what a Hobo Day is, but it was in South Dakota, I believe. But isn't that fun? So there's a bunch of treasures in this box. Oh, this one is the most interesting. Yeah, look at that. It looks like, I wonder if that's fraternity boys and their skeleton. Yeah, so yeah, fun. Anyway, so that's my cart, and this is movable, so I can move that around. Now this, yeah, vacuum, I've been needing that. So this stack here is all ephemera that I need to sort through, and here's another area of ephemera right here that I need to sort through to figure out where to put it. This is the box that I forgot to put back into that closet, so I'll have to make room because I forgot to make room for it, or, well, I'll put it in my other closet. And then I can make it my way into my closet. I just have a few things that'll be all redone because I need to figure out, but at least I can access it, and before I couldn't. So there you have it. Now this is a place where I'm starting again from to really sort all the things. When I'm going through boxes, I am deciding right then what to do with it, and I'm doing it now, even if it means listing it, because I don't want to put them all in a box anymore to list later. If I'm not going to take the time to list it, then I'm going to just put it in the box to sell. sell as a lot, except for like postcards. I just stick them in this to be sorted if they have a place like to be sorted, because I usually do that in a batch. It's just more a time, better use of my time, just do it in a batch. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and I might be doing some time-lapsing stuff so you can kind of see the progress, but it's really not highly interesting because you see me going through a box of papers, and a box of papers takes a long time to go through because you can spend like an hour and you maybe make this much progress. So yeah, if you want to see that, let me know. I might do it anyways. But that's what I've been having a desire to do, is to just basically clean house. And I know I'm not the only one who has an issue of having too much inventory. I know there's the problem with ephemera is a whole box could be like months of work. And we probably have several boxes. Now, and I'm just to the point where if I can't put it through my scanner, if it won't fit in my box, I'm probably not going to list it on eBay. And I might even, it just might be better for me, because I'm never going to get around to it, just to sell it as a lot or put it in my booth. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll be able to, guilt-free, be able to go and source my postcards. And because I've been thinking about going to some postcard shows, but when I look at what I have at home, it's just like, do I really want to bring more stuff into this? Even though the postcards don't take up that much room, it still takes up a lot of time to go through them. All right, so let me know how you're doing. And what do you think of doing a low-buy year? I thought about doing a no-buy year, but I know that's not going to happen. Yeah, let me know how your inventory is. Do you have your inventory mostly under control, kind of under control, or is it your inventory and you are kind of at an even level, or is your inventory winning? Let me know where you're at with that. So thank you so much for watching, and have a joyful day. Goodbye.